The House of Representatives has deliberated on a bill aimed at taking punitive measures against workers in the banking sector who indulge in fraudulent activities. The proposed legislation, sponsored by Honorable Francis Wave, is titled A Bill for an Act to Amend the Bank Employees, etc. Declaration of Assets Act, Cap BL, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and for related matters, HB 1180. Under the proposed legislation, those found guilty could be jailed for a term from 10 years to 20 years in addition for forfeiture of assets. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, represented by the House Leader Alhassan Adodogwa, employed stakeholders to work together with the committee to strengthen legislation to boost the banking sector.
Technology change, culture change, the law also changed to ensure that our system does not become susceptible to the machinations of bad actors. So our purpose here is to work together as legislators and major stakeholders in this subsector to consider this and strengthen legislations that are helpful tool in ensuring that operators in the banking system act with utmost integrity, taking care to avoid every appearance of corruption or backhand dealing.
Officials from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Code of Conduct Bureau, the CBN, and the NLC made presentations during the public hearing in support of the amendment, but it was not without some adjustments to some sections of the bill.
This proposed amendment bill is seeking to substitute that word appropriate authority with the central bank. Honourable members, I find this proposal, in my opinion, justiciable and justifiable, since by the provisions of the Central Bank Act, it is the central bank that exercises regulatory control, supervises, and issues guidelines to all banks and other financial institutions as specified in the Principal Act. It is therefore justifiable and naturally should be the appropriate authority to require bank employees to declare their assets, and it is the central bank also that should take further steps to verify such declaration, and it is the central bank that may ensure the enforcement of the provision of this act in case of any breach by any employee of any of the banks under its control.
In view of the intention of the amendment bill to include all financial institutions under the purview of other regulators for the application of the Act, we suggest a change in the title of the Act from Bank Employee Declaration of Asset Act to Financial Institution Employee Declaration of Asset Act. Consequential amendment should be made accordingly, Mr. Chairman.
Proposed amendment to Section 1 of the Principal Act, which provides inter alia that an employee shall declare his assets, including assets of his spouse and unmarried children under 18, immediately after assuming duty. Our view is that this amendment should be limited to the assets of the bank employee alone, as it may not be feasible for the employees to make full declarations in relation to his or her spouse's assets for various reasons, such as where he or she is not aware that the spouse has acquired an asset or disposed of an asset.
We do adopt part of the submission made by Central Bank, where it highlighted the area of changing the title of the bill from bank employees to financial institutions employees, ETC Act. We're also seeking for the extension of the application of this bill to cover the designated non-financial institutions, in addition to the financial institutions. This is part of the designated non-financial institutions, those that have been designated. This is one of the submissions we have made. As it relates to the appropriate authority, the EFCC is seeking to be the appropriate authority to receive these declarations.
The bill particularly seeks to amend Section 5, subsection 1 of the Act by substituting the existing words with the Chief Executive of every bank shall one in every year, but no later than 7th January, submit to the appropriate authority a list of all employees who joined or left the employment of the bank in the immediate preceding 12 months expiring on the 31st December of the preceding year. Annie T. Patrick, Core TV News, Abuja.